All right, here we go. What is the title? The title is My Body and Senses. My Body and Senses. Let's talk about the cover. What do you see on the cover? I see a boy. It looks like there's a picnic going on here, right? I see a van. I see a grill. What else do you see? Today we're going to be talking about my body and its senses. Do you know how many senses we have? Well, today we're going to talk about some of them. So here, let's go on to the next page and read. I can see the ants with my eyes. I can see the ants with my eyes. What do you see? There are many things in the background. What do you see? Speaking of seeing, what do we see with? What do we see with? What color is this ant? And what is the ant on? Do you know what this is called? This is called a mushroom, right? And the boy is holding a magnifying glass so he can see better. I can smell the flowers with my nose. What do we smell with? What do we smell with? And what do you smell? What is she smelling? How many flowers do you see on this page? I also see leaves right here. I also see a tree. What does flowers smell like? How does it smell? Good? Bad? She is smelling. What is she smelling? I can hear the birds with my ears. What do we hear with? What do we hear with? Right. And what is she listening to? What can she hear? What can she hear? And what does a bird sound like? What sound does it make? Tweet, 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 right? I can eat the apple with my mouth. What do we eat with? What do we eat with? What's going on here? What do you see? A picnic? What else do you see on the picnic blanket? What food do you see? She's eating with her mouth. Do you know what we taste with? We eat with our mouth, but we taste with something else. Do you know? Do you know what it is? Let's go to the next page. I can touch the dog with my hands. I can touch the dog with my hands. What is he touching? What is he touching? What do we touch with? What do we touch with? What do you think the dog feels like? Soft? Hard? What do we touch with? We touch with our hands. I can kick the ball with my foot. What do we kick with? Our legs and what is the boy kicking? What is this? So we can kick with our foot, right? How many feet do you see? How many feet do we have? Oops. How many hands do we have? How many mouths do we have? What is she eating? What else is she eating? How many ears do we have? How many nose do we have? How many eyes do we have? And this is just some ideas that you can make by yourself. Let's go on to the workbook. So here we go. My body and I. My body 1, right? This is my body. So let's go ahead and connect it with a line. We're going to draw a line and connect it. So the first one we see is the eye, right? Eye. We see with our eyes. Go ahead and connect it. Where are the eyes? Here it is. We have 2 eyes, right? The next one, what do we smell with? What do we smell with? That's right, our nose. Go ahead and connect the nose. What connects our head to our body? Sometimes we wear a scarf on a cold day to cover it, right? The neck. Can you say neck? Neck. Here's the neck. Wrist. Do you know what the wrist is? This is the wrist. Oh, that's my watch. This is the wrist. It connects our hands to our arms. Right here, wrist. And when you're hungry, there's a rumbly in your tummy, right? This is called the stomach. Stomach. And on your feet, there are something like fingers, but not really. What is it called? Those are toes. Toes. Above your eyebrows, there is something called a forehead, right? On top of your head, there's forehead. What am I talking out of? What am I saying? This is called a mouth. Mouth. And here, what is this? Do you know what this is right here? This is called a chin. Chin. Do you know what this part is called? So right below your shoulders and around here above your stomach is called a chest. Can you say chest? Go ahead and connect it. And what are these? What are these things that we need? We can point, we can play with our phones, we can write. What are these? Fingers. We have 10 fingers, right? And finally, this helps us to bend our legs. This is called a knee. Go ahead and connect it to the knee. We have 2 knees, right? Good. Let's go to the next page. All right, body 2. Body 2. So let's continue to connect it on. Sorry. Here we go. First one, we have a shoulder. Can you say shoulder? This is our shoulder right here. So let's go ahead and connect that shoulder. And what is this? Everyone has this. What is this? A head. This is a head. Go ahead and connect the head. And we all have this part. What is this? This is something we can raise, we can stretch. What is this? This is the arm. Go ahead and connect the arm. What do I hear out of? What is this? What do we hear with? What do we hear with? This is the ear. Ear is like right here, right? This is the back. This is our back, so I can't really see. What helps us bend our arms? It helps us bend our arms. Elbow. Elbow. Go ahead and connect the elbow. And sometimes it can get a little bit itchy, so we're going to need someone's help to scratch it. What is it? It's going to be the back. The back. What are these? Not the fingers. What are these? We can high five with it. We can hold it, right? Hand. Hand. And finally, the part that connects our leg to our feet down here, what is it going to be? This is called the ankle. Ankle. Can you say ankle? Ankle. Good. And what do we walk with? What do we run with? Our legs. We have two legs, right? So go ahead and connect it to the leg. What do we stand on? What is she standing on? She has two of these. What is this? This is called a foot. She's on her foot or on her feet. And on the back of the foot, there's something called the heel. This part is called the heel. Let's see. Let me circle it for you. This is the heel. This is the ankle. And this whole thing is the feet, the foot. All right, let's go to the next page. Whoops. So what can you do with your hands? What can we do with our hands? I think this is gonna go to the gloves. We can wear gloves on a cold day on our hands, right? So we're dressing up our body parts. All right. And what about the ears? What is something we're going to do with the ears? What can you do with your ears? We can hear with our ears, right? So this is going to go right here for our two ears. What can you do with your eyes? We can see with the eyes. So here are some sunglasses or glasses, right? What can you do with your nose? We can smell flowers, right? What can you do with your foot? We can wear shoes. And what can you do with your head? With your head, we can put on a hat. All right, let's go to the next page. And keep going. How? Keep going to the first page. Whoops. What can you do? So what can you do to see? What do we need to see? We need our eyes to see. Our eyes to see. What do we need to touch? To touch a dog, what do we need? What body parts do we use to touch? Our hands. Our hands, right? What body part do we use to walk? What body part do we need to walk? Our foot, right? Foot. Music is great, right? I love singing songs. I love listening to music. So what body part do we hear with? What do we need to hear? What do we need to use to hear? We need to use our ears. Go ahead and connect the ears. What do we think with? What do we think with? We think with our head. We think with our head. Our brains, our thinking brains are in our head. And what do we smell with? What body part do we need to smell? The nose. We need the nose. Let's go to the next page. So once again, this is the picture puzzle, right? So go ahead and go to this next page, cut this picture out, cut it out so you can glue it. So we can cut this out so we can glue it onto the front page of its frame. And let's go back and trace the title together. Let's write it together. Three, T-H-R-E-E, 3 children, C-H-I-L-D-R-E-N. 3, well, my R is not good. Let me try that again. There we go. 3 children playing, P-L-A-Y-I-N-G, playing with, W-I-T-H, playing with fish, F-I-S-H. 3 children playing with fish. All right. So here, let's work with patterns. Let's work with patterns as we see here. So here, what is this? Ear. And what is this? Mouth. So let's look at the pattern. We have ear, mouth, ear, mouth, ear, mouth. So the next one is going to be ear. So the next one, which body part is she using? Mouth. Eye. So she's tasting and he is seeing. Mouth, eye, mouth. What's next? Go ahead and cut it out and glue it on here. The next one, eyes, hand, eye, hand. And what's next? Go ahead and cut it out and continue the pattern. She's hearing, walking or running, right? So ear, using the ears, and using the foot, the legs. So go ahead and continue the pattern. Cut it out and try it out. And here, you're going to go to the next page and make a dice. You're going to cut this out and make a dice, right? And you're going to roll, you're going to roll it. You're going to roll both of them. And let's say you get square and the color red. You're going to go back to the first page and you're going to look for a square. Ooh, this big, whoops. So this big square, right? This is the big square and you're going to color it red. Color it red. And you're going to keep doing it until you color the whole thing. So if you get heart and you get brown, then you're going to color in the hearts brown. If you get an oval and yellow, you're going to color the ovals yellow. So you're just going to roll the dice and color the picture until you get your final masterpiece, right? Let's go to the next page. All right, the 5-sense sorting. So we have 5 senses, our main 5 senses. Do you know what they are? We learned about it today. They are sight, seeing, right? We have sight, seeing. These are all sight, seeing. So you can make your eye flower, or you can all put just one of them in. So this is sight, seeing. And this is taste, using the mouth, tasting, right? We can taste an ice cream, an apple. We can taste something sour. We can eat our eggs and broccoli or salad. Our next one is going to be ears, so we can hear music. We can talk, we can hear the birds, right? So far we have sight, seeing, right? Sunglasses, reading, looking for things, pictures, a small telescope. We have taste, mouth, ear to hear, right? Our next one is going to be smell with our nose. We can blow our nose. We can smell trash, perfume. Did somebody fart? It's not a good smell. Finally, we have our hands our hands to touch. We can touch our toys, touch sand in a sandcastle box. We can touch our fluffy teddy bear. We can touch our color pencils, wear gloves. So that's touch. So here we go, touch, smell, hear, taste, and sight. Those are our 5 senses. So go ahead and just choose one and zoomed in, sorry. So cut it out and just glue them in like that, okay? Next page. All right, and then you're going to cut this out and put it together so you can move your body. On your body, you have a head, arm, hand, your belly, leg, and foot. You're going to connect these together so you can move it around. Here's a boy body, here's a girl body. You can do the same thing. Once again, a head, an arm, arms, hands, legs, feet, 1 foot each, and a belly. You can make that out by yourself. And finally, you can make this dice and roll it and play games. And whatever happens, you can do it. You can wave your arms. You can stomp your feet. This is my hand. You can do it with your feet. You can touch your nose, jump with your legs, shake your head, clap your hands. So go ahead and try that out as well. And here are some additional sight word practice. Good job. That was my body and senses.